Hello, my name is Michael Wang, and today I'm going to talk about Puma brand analysis. Puma is a German international company that was founded in 1948 by Rudolf Dassler. The company has been focused on sports footwear since it was initially created, and the company expanding into apparel, accessories, and even fashion design shoes. Puma is competing with the two biggest players in the market right now, that is Nike and Adidas. The brand is known for its design, performance-driven products, and collaborating with many famous athletes and celebrities. The company builds a strong presence in football, running, and motorsports worldwide. For friend of reference is how a product, service, or concept is seen by the target market. And for Puma, there are four elements. First is sports wears and performance apparels. Um, Puma compete in athletic footwears, apparels, and accessories, particularly in soccer, running, basketball, and motorsports. And the streetwear and Puma's partnership with fashion brands and designers to appeal to the lifestyle and streetwear market. And third one is affordability and accessibilities. Generally speaking, Puma is more affordable than Nike and Adidas, making it attractive to young and price-conscious consumers. And last is heritage and legacy. While Nike and Adidas are focusing on the innovation and technology, Puma highlights its heritage in soccer and motorsports. The segmentation for Puma first the demographic target age is around 15 to 35 years old. The brand has put a lot of efforts into collaborating with some well-known celebrities like Rihanna, and the company targets all genders. And recently, the Puma has emphasized expanding its female market. Like the Instagram page shows that there are a lot of pictures related to female athletes. And due to the pricing strategy for Puma, the target audience income should be around middle to middle high. The psychographic Puma aims for those users who have a healthy lifestyle. The target consumers usually focus on fitness and outdoor activities. The target consumer value the performance, style, and sustainability. Puma keep innovating its product offerings and put much effort into making sure the business is sustainable and fulfill the sustainability targets. And target consumers are highly engaged with the sports field, such as football, motorsports. Puma identified their interests and released many type of collections. And besides the sports, the audience also value trendy apparels and are interested in the fashion trends. The behavioral Puma's innovative product target those people who seek comfort, quality. Nitro Puma is one of the example that trying to attract those users, and many people are loyal to their brands. In 2024, the research showed that Puma has around 76% loyalty in the US and Germany and 95% in the UK. Move on to brand awareness. First, the brand recognition. Puma has pretty high brand recognitions in US, Germany, UK, um, like 94%, 97%, and 96%. And also, like Puma is the world's third largest sportswear brand, make it very easy to recognize. And the other research in India shows that the people in India um, identify Puma and knows the brands, so it shows that Puma has a pretty strong brand recognitions in the market. And the type of associations, first the attributes, Puma um, are sometimes associated with high performance footwear, trendy, useful image, and also associated with some celebrities like Rihanna and Dua Lipa, and footballs and motorsports. And the benefits of Puma like fashionable, reliable performance, and comfortable. And the users are generally positive toward the brand and think it's cool, trendy, and more affordable. And the feature of those associations, like the sneaker owners are pretty positive to Puma, and the brand has pretty high loyalty in many countries. And the strength of Puma, like it has pretty long histories and strong connection with footballs and motorsports. And move on to reference for competitors. First, the Adidas. Adidas has a strong presence in soccer, running, and basketball, and with high-tech innovation collection like Boost, Pride Night, and 4D printing. And in soccer, Adidas is official sponsors of FIFA and also for many major soccer clubs and reinforcing its global soccer leadership. And about the fashions, the history of collaborating with Kanye West and Prada, Gucci, and Ivy Park has positioned the brands as a streetwear powerhouse. And last, the sustainability. So Adidas emphasizes its sustainability, like producing shoes that made from recycled plastics and also launching the eco-friendly product lines. And for Nike, Nike is known for its high-performance products, particularly in running, basketball shoes, and training. And, and for the innovation and technology, Nike is the leader of product innovation with technology collection like Air Max, Fly Nike, and React Foam. Um, Nike's partnership with like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Ronaldo reinforces dominance in elite sports. Last, the streetwears, Nike has combined performance wear and fashion, making its product highly desirable for the market, like Nike Dunks. The competitive landscape. First, the product innovation and technology. Nike is a leader in performance and technology, and has many relative collections like Air Zoom, Fly Nine, and also the React Foam, make it the go-to brand for those high performance athletes um, and consumers. The Adidas, it combines sports and performance and also the sustainabilities like Boost, Pride Nights, and Parlay for the ocean recycled materials. The Puma, while the brand is less technology driven, Puma integrate fashion forward designs into sportswear to appeal for the lifestyle users. And fashion and streetwear influence Nike, like focusing on is important players in the sneaker culture with Jordan brands, Dunks, and Y2K collections. And Adidas, it combines fashion sports through collaboration with like Gucci and Prada. And Puma is competing through trendy collaboration like Rihanna, Fenty, and Bowman, showing a bold streetwear identity. In brand endorsement and celebrities, Nike focusing on elite sports player like Ronaldo, LeBron James, and also with some famous celebrities like Travis Scott and Drake. And Adidas also partnership with sports legends like Messi and like music star Blackpink and Pharrell Williams. And Puma collaborating with Neymar, Rihanna, and Dua Lipa, leading into more fashion-driven branding. Sustainability and ethical fashions. Nike and Adidas both invest heavily in sustainable R&D, and Nike has like Nike moved to zero initiative and fly leather, and Adidas has parlayed to the oceans and vegan leather. Puma is still improving in this part in this area and has initiative like Forever Better and biodegradable sneakers, but still catching up with these two big players in the market. So that's the Puma positioning. For Puma, it positions itself as sports fashion fusion, collaboration with Rihanna F1 teams and focus on youth cultures. And affordability, Puma is cheaper than Nike and Adidas, make it attractive to price-conscious consumers. And that's the football and motorsports heritage. Puma has strong roots in footballs like Neymar and also Manchester City and motorsports F1, helping it stand out in a specific market. So the positioning statement for Puma is to young, style-conscious consumer who cares about performance and style. Puma is a brand of athletic and fashion footwear that has elite sports, street style, and affordable price. Because it partnership with iconic designers and athletes to create bold, fashion-forward collections. Move on to the points of parity. Points of parity are industry standards that make a business legitimate in the fields. And for high performance sportswear, Puma has cushioning like nitro foam in the sports shoes and also dry cell. Dry cell is a high tech apparel technology that focusing on moisture management and thermal regulation. And stylish sportwears, Puma has Rihanna Fenty collection. It is a commitment toward the trend, the commitment toward the fashion, and also Puma is also collaborating with several celebrities and designers, and this shaped the brand image greatly. In sustainability and efforts, Puma has a Forever Better initiative aligned with the sustainability goals, and also Puma has like biodegradable shoes aim to be a more sustainable and eco-friendly company. Move on to the point of difference. Point of difference is a factor of the products or service that establish differentiation. And first is motorsports for Puma. Um, Puma has a deep partnership in F1, and also many teams plays in F1. And F1 has growing audience, especially for young audience. F1 has recently gained considerable fan base, especially for younger audience. And the Puma has different partnership with F1, and neither Nike and Adidas has a significant presence in motorsports. And although Adidas joined F1 in 2024 25, but Puma is already uh, sponsored in F1 for a pretty long time, and it makes it stands out pretty easily. The accessible pricing, Puma's pricing are often 10 to 20% lower than Nike and Adidas model, making it an attractive option for budget-conscious consumers to be able to keep the price low. Puma has innovated the supply chain to keep up with the competitive landscape and reduce the spending. And Puma's high quality materials and design and the lower price make it more appealing to consumers who want a good price performance ratio. And move on to dollar metric. For these two tables, the two tables compares lifestyle and streetwear shoes. They shows critical information. Even starting with a low price, most people still choose other brands rather than Pumas. The price needs to go down to $80 to convince most of people, and through and even though there is a huge price gap, one person still choose Nike over than Puma. And another two tables compares the high-tech shoes. They show similar results to the previous table. Puma is still not the first choice for most of the people, and Puma needs to lower the price for like really low to compete with the competitors. It is a huge challenge for the brand. And for recommendations, after the dollar metric analysis, it is obvious that Puma has a problem of low brand equity, and Puma is often considered a not-good option when comparing with Nike and Adidas. Throughout the dollar metric analysis, most participants chose Nike and Adidas except for one Puma lovers. To change their mind, Puma needs to lower their price significantly. They also showed that they don't really connect the celebrities with Puma. So to change the situations, Puma can focus on sponsoring famous influencers on YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. And those influencers are more popular with young consumers and have a stronger connection with their audience. Second is their pricing strategy. Well, Puma use a lower pricing strategy to attract more consumer attention. However, this is also causing a negative effect. Some studies show that consumers sometimes associate a higher price with better qualities, and the low pricing strategies is going to damage the brand itself. So Puma needs to justify its pricing and quality throughout better communication and campaigns, and teach the consumers that sometimes lower price doesn't necessarily comes with lower quality. And the third strategy recommendations also connected with the pricing strategy too. Puma has associated itself with high-tech shoes and like high-performance footwear, but the overall pricing of the brand will potentially damage the associations. And Puma can choose a different level to separate the high-end shoes, and just for example, like maybe Puma Premium, something like this, and so the message can be more aligned and become more consistent so the consumer will not feel confused about the brand image. So the conclusion has the brand as established a frame of reference? Yes, Puma has established a good frame of reference. The company position itself between performance and lifestyle and compete with Nike and Adidas in many same field. And second question is the brand leverage its point of parity. Yes, the brand has leveraged some key points of parity like product functionalities, trendy styles, and sustainability efforts. And this can attract the target consumer who seek performance, trendy, and ethical productions. And third, are the points of difference compelling? Well, Puma has some points of difference, such as connection with F1 and low price. However, according to the dollar metric analysis, the difference cannot really convince consumer to buy their product. So, for the fourth question, as a result of Puma does not have a meaningful level of brand equities, and the dollar metric also shows that Puma has the lowest brand equity of when comparing the with Nike and Adidas. This is reflecting lower consumer preference, weaker pricing power, and need to rely on pricing reductions to gain consumer attention. But in the end, although Puma has a lower brand equity compared with Adidas and Nike, the brand's still doing pretty good actually in many aspects. After all, Puma is still world third largest sportswear companies. This is my presentation. Thank you for listening.